Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're in this month's event quest. This is chapter 2.1. We're going to go up against this Darkhawk boss a couple times, show you who I used. So it's got a couple interesting nodes. It's got Rise to Power and Right Back at It. So if you knock him down, he will be immune to debuffs, and he will gain power if he hits into your block. And then he's got the Fight or Flight, which is going to be an unstoppable for either you or him. If you're close to him, if you're far away from him, you'll get the unstoppable buff. It's got Hard Knock Life, which is a passive disorient. You stack up too many of those and your parries will start failing. You'll start taking a bunch of extra block damage. And then it's got the best defense. So if you do knock Darkhawk down, he will be in his shield mode, which can basically auto block you and cause some damage back to yourself if you hit into him. So, you know, my first guy in, I was like, oh, Torch will be good. I put on the pre-fight, and Nova Flames will do a lot of damage. The sting damage that he gets from throwing his specials will also kind of add up. When I block his special ones, I can build up some smolder and some temperature, and we're just going to try to out damage him and basically not knock him down. And we're going to try to manage that unstoppable that periodically comes up. So here, as long as we're far away from him, there we weren't, so he gets the unstoppable. It's not for super long. Here we do knock him down, and when he gets into his stealth mode, that stealth mode is pretty dang long. Have a couple of Nova Flames on him, which will help mitigate some of the regen. But yeah, so you can get basically 3 smolders. And you can get all 4 if you blocked all 4 of the beams on a special one. Normally I blocked the first 3 and then dex out of the last one. I would recommend not parrying the first beam, which is normally what I would do. But if you parry the beam, you're going to get a disorient. And yeah, that's just, you know, the more disorients you have, the worse it will turn out for you. And my rank 3 Torch was plenty. I think definitely I could have played this better and come out more healthy, but you know, we do knock him out. But yeah, so that's pretty much my strategy for most of these fights, is to find somebody that can just out damage and put out big hurt without having to knock him down and use specials, because you don't want to deal with the auto block. You can bring champs that will bypass that, but at the same time, you know, you can't. He'll become debuff immune, which basically means you can't stun him either. He'll be switching in shield mode. Shield mode, he takes a lot less damage just to begin with. So here, my second attempt in, we got Guillotine 2099 all charged up. I think I charged her up on the path that has the X23. It was an easy fight, and yeah, we're just going to simply out damage this guy. Be very careful of those parries. So if you have a disorient on you, your parries can fail, and as you keep stacking them, you know, right now I have 3, so it's most likely that those disorients are going to cause your parries to fail. So if you kind of just stall those out, and then make sure you back off. I wasn't quick enough on that one. Try to back off. Try to be far away from him when that unstoppable timer comes up, so that you get the unstoppable and not him. Because if you're close to him, you're hitting him, that timer goes off, he's going to be unstoppable and he's going to smack you really good. So Guillotine 2099, really good solid option for this. You obviously do want to have her charged up, so use her in one of the fights on the pass, and that energy damage will do great. I think, yeah, so I think right there I did trigger the combo protector. Did get hit. I think I just missed a parry, probably from the disorient, not from the parry bug. But you know, the nice thing about Guillotine 2099 is if I happened to have gotten down to low health, which I wasn't low enough, down to 15% or below, you can get that regen, kind of keep on going. Once he's at 5% or less, I throw my L3, it's a guaranteed kill, and we get the solo. And we're gonna move on to the next one. So far, Torch, Guillotine 2099, really solid options to take this guy down, and where you don't have to worry about knocking him down, enabling shield mode, all that kind of stuff. So next up, who do we use on this one? I think I go in with Punisher 2099. Yeah, so I like using Punisher 2099. When he goes into his overdrive, his power control and his damage is really solid. And my whole plan was to get into that mode and then do a lot of draft back intercepts, be pretty aggressive. But one, I get hit there. That was just me not doing the dance right. But the other thing that kind of I wasn't really taking into account was the unstoppable. So that kind of does eat up into a lot of your battery time, where you kind of have to make sure you're backed off so that you get the unstoppable, not Darkhawk. And I just felt like he was kind of playing fairly passive, to where normally you can kind of just do a lot of draft back intercepts with like short fork combo hits and like that, but he just wasn't playing into a lot. And since you can't throw your specials, well, you can, but you don't want to enable his shield mode and get him immune and all that kind of stuff. Because I wasn't throwing the specials, I wasn't throwing any special ones, which is kind of normally what I would do if I wanted to make sure that the overdrive stayed on longer. Or you throw a big special too for some big damage with the armor breaks, but the armor breaks won't stay on because of the nodes. Yeah, it just didn't turn out too well. And then I think I'm trying to let my battery charge back up, and I just miss dexing, and I get smacked here shortly, and I end up dying. So definitely he can do it. Yeah, so right there I tried to do an intercept, and yeah, it just didn't happen. And the regen tried to kick in and save me, but it just wasn't quick enough and strong enough, and he just hit me too hard. So I'm like, okay, well, let's see, who else can I go in with? So I'm gonna go in with Guardian. So with Guardian, you do want to throw off specials to get those extra charges, so you can get some big energy damage on the special 2. But you don't want to throw a ton of specials against this guy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let my charges build up naturally. I think the max is 4, and then I'm gonna throw a special 3 when he has little power. I'm gonna wait that out and then try to hurry up and build back up to special 2, and then launch that, and that should be enough. And that plan works. So you can throw some specials, but just remember that if your special is oriented around dealing damage from debuffs, you're just not going to get that damage, because he's going to purify all of those debuffs with the node right back at it. So, and then if you do throw a special and he throws he has enough for a special 1, that rise to power, if you block a lot of the beams, that's going to basically give him a lot more power. He can get back to another special 1 and kind of just repeat until that, well, I guess it's only 4 seconds, so it probably only lasts one time, but yeah, you can give him some extra power on that if you knock him down and he's immediately throwing a special 1. So here we go. I'm trying to time out the unstoppables. I think I'm going to have him throw one more special 1, and then here I'm going to throw the special 3. Yep. And it's going to give us a few more charges to work with. And then we do need to watch out for the auto blocks when he is entering his shield mode from being knocked down. But we do have some space, since we threw that special 3, kind of pushed them all the way over to the far side of the map. So we got 11 charges. One's gonna fall off, and then we're gonna get one more back here shortly. And I think we end up throwing the special with about 11 or so. And yeah, we're gonna kill him. Once we get to special 2, we just gotta wait out that unstoppable. There we go. Let one of those disorients fall off. We missed the parry because of the disorient. And then boom, we light him up. And he's dead. So Guardian's actually a solid option. You know, you could probably do 2 L3s maybe, and that would be enough to solo him. 2 L3s and 1 L2. And then next up, we're gonna go in with Kingpin. So Kingpin's nice. I put a synergy on with Luke Cage to give him some extra rage at the beginning of the fight. He starts with an extra 2. I also have Mr. Sinister on the team, which is a synergy that after they launch, the defender launches a special, they get power locked, which is really nice. It's a really sweet synergy to have. And even with all these disorients, so there, I totally forgot, like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna spam with some degens. No degens here, because he's just gonna purify it, and then he's gonna go into shield mode. Gotta wait that out, get auto blocked, he gets power gain. Yeah, you just gotta be careful about that. And yeah, but the nice thing is he's power locked right now, so you can be pretty aggressive, get a lot of extra hits in while he's power locked, and then just make sure that you back off. So I was too close there. Back off in time so he doesn't get that unstoppable. Otherwise, you gotta wait that out. Unless you bring somebody that removes unstoppable, but I don't know. Maybe Cap America would do okay, I think. But you'd have to get some. You could probably get a big special 2 off and then wait out the shield mode and all that. But yeah, the one nice thing about Kingpin, he's got those rage stacks, and that's gonna just be healing him the whole fight with willpower, which is super nice. Kingpin's actually a pretty solid champ. I ranked him up, I don't know, about a month or so ago. I'm having a lot of fun with him. Still learning him and trying to get some experience with him, but he's a solid champion. He can, you know, as the rage stacks build up, he can hit harder, and he can do some really solid damage. It would be nice if you could do some heavies and whatnot, but he'll get Darkhawk in shield mode. The damage that you can put up against him, man, it's reduced quite a bit. So here we do convert all those rages, hitting pretty dang hard, and then I messed up right here at the end. I wasn't paying attention. I was just smashing away. He does get unstoppable, but we finish him off with the special 3, get the solo. So yeah, Kingpin's pretty solid. So if you have him as a 6-star, I would say give him a try. He is pretty fun, very sustainable, very tanky, a lot of good damage. He's got a pretty good kit. And then last up, who am I going in with this one? Oh yeah, so last one, I was gonna go in with, I went in with Void, and my whole plan was just to let the intimidating presence debuffs kind of just stack up and do their thing. And I have Killmonger on the team, which is gonna give me those 1% heals when an intimidating presence debuff does get applied. I tried to go in with that intercept, and he wasn't having it. He backed off. And yeah, I was kind of going for the slow play on this one, just making the debuff damage kind of do their work, not knock them down. And then after I was kind of playing around, once I get to Fear of the Void, I decide to throw the special 3, and that's kind of where things went a little wrong, and I wasn't quite ready for it. The reason why I waited till Fear of the Void is because if I knock them down, it will purify all the debuffs, and I didn't want any of the intimidating presence debuffs to get purified. And so once the Fear of the Void comes on, I throw the special 3. Nothing gets purified. Fear of the Void's still up, but then I just didn't play well and manage him while he was in shield mode. I think I hit into him and it get auto blocked, and then I start just getting whacked. So it was just not great play for me, but Void could definitely work for this one. And I think I end up getting him around halfway or so. But the debuff damage, you know, granted this isn't my rank 5, I have a rank 3 Void. Granted that one's only sig 20, so the debuffs would get applied not as fast. So here, Fear of the Void gets activated. But my rank 3 was in War, that's on defense, so that's why I didn't have him. Wish I would have had him, but that's alright, 5-star can work. And then here I hit into the block, that was dumb, takes a little bit of damage there from the auto block. And then I get cornered. And he's not throwing. Come on. Give him a few taps. We're gonna, I think we end up switching him into his stealth mode, and I think I heavy him, or maybe I try to heavy him. Yeah, no, I do heavy him, knock him down. No regen because I had Fear of the Void up. And then I'm cornered over here. Can't hit him a ton while he's got that. Yeah, and I can't dex that heavy against the wall. Yeah, and I end up dying, so yeah, Void could definitely do it. Oh yeah, and then right after that fight ended, the game crashed. The game crashed. I've been having a ton of game crashes since this update. I've been doing quite a bit of arena, and it will crash about every hour again. I felt like that bug kind of had gone away. I mean, I still had my game crash every once in a while, but like towards the beginning of last month, it was crashing like consistently every hour, and now it's doing that again since I've updated, so it's kind of annoying. It did count that fight, so the health that I took off did count. Void is dead. I thought maybe, you know, it would have just, you know, because of the crash, maybe it wouldn't have counted it, but it did. So we're just gonna go back in with Clairvoyant. So Claire is okay. You know, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep her in bleed, in her bleed stance, and end combos with mediums, which is going to apply a bleed to Darkhawk, which he is immune to, which is going to build up my charges. And so my whole plan was to get to 20 charges and then launch a special 3 and hope that it kills him. And I think, I'm pretty certain it does. We do get to 20. We do launch the special 3. I'm trying to think if it did kill him or if it was just not enough. I remember it's pretty close. But Claire, you know, because you can't really throw, I mean, you could throw special 2s and whatnot and kind of just deal with him being in shield mode for a little bit. But just chose to go with just normal attacks, kind of make sure I'm pretty conservative with my parries so I don't get too many disorients on me. Try to bait out his heavies out in the open and hopefully not get cornered. And yeah, so we're getting close. 15 charges, 16 charges. He needs to throw his special. He throws it, we just block, dex out of the end. Do some shorter combos, just mediums to apply those bleeds, get the charge. There we go, we got 18, 19. And I think I try to get him into Assassin's range at 18 or less. And then I throw off the special 3. And I'm pretty certain it does end up killing him. So we're almost there. 19%. I wanted to get him to 18 so that I know I get the extra attack. My Assassin's Mastery is 2 out of 5. So there we go. Now he's at 17%. We launch off the special 3. We get the 12% bonus. And with all those charges, I'm pretty certain this killed him. Boom. Nope, it didn't. It was just not enough. And I was like, oh, come on. I thought it was going to kill him. And we have to wait that out. I'm going to wait out that unstoppable and the shield mode. And then the disorient. There we go. Full combo, and he's dead. So that's all we did for this one. Let me know who you guys used. Really ideal if you use a damage dealer that doesn't need to throw many specials. Ghost could work. Quake could also work. I'm not going to use those gals though. But yeah, thanks for watching, fellas, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.